Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chris Thorne Show. What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Chris Thorns. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, I have another story that I'm about to present to you. Give a shout out to my girl Mandy for sending me this story. Ever since I done the story about the young teenager, or about the young girl who got punched out at the mall, you know, she's been kind of bringing me a story of awareness about these young teens. And I appreciate the fact that she's doing that, because the thing was, one of the questions that were asked was, how is a grown person defending themselves from a youngin of her age or age period? Well, here's what I say. Age ain't got nothing to do with crime. It has nothing to do with it. If a young girl or a young man has the mindset to do it, to want to harm you and kill you, you know what's going to happen? They're going to do whatever they can, or whatever it takes to get the job done. So their aim is to kill you, then they're going to do it. If their aim is to rob you, then they're going to do it. Age ain't got shit to do with it. Nothing. So you might want to think twice before you ask that question again. Which brings me to the three young men you see on the screen right now. These three men, all three are 14 years old. There's actually a fourth accomplice, but unfortunately he's too young to have his face shown. We'll get into that in a minute. But what these three young men has done, they spotted a girl getting off a bus walking home. They held this woman at gunpoint, took her into her yard, and took turns raping her. But again, what can an adult defend itself from? Or how can an adult defend itself from a young teen or a young person? Ask me that again. Ask me that again. As a matter of fact, after I read this story, I want to know if you had that same question. So let's flip this over. And as you see right here, and this is from Crime Online. And as you see right here, it says, 4 boys ages 12 and 14, girl walking home, held her at gunpoint, while 3 of them take turns raping her. Now this happened in Baltimore, Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. And speaking of Baltimore, Maryland, I'm gonna have to get my guys down there, my Baltimore police friends down there, and maybe get them on a live show and talk about this and tell me what's their protocol when they get stories like this. You know, how do they handle it? You know, cause you know this shit is crazy. And it's a motherfucker ridiculous, and it makes no fucking sense. But anyway, let's continue. Maryland police arrested 4 boys on Friday accused of sexually assaulting a 19-year-old female. Listen to that. A 19-year-old female. She's a young adult. 1 age away from 20 and 2 away from 21. These young men held a 19-year-old at gunpoint and took turns sexually raping her. So just imagine 12 and 14-year-old men are able to get a hold of a 19-year-old and do this. Then imagine what they could do to a person that's older than 19. When there's more than one, they can take you down. Just like hyenas or coyotes or wolves. if they in a pack, they can take you down. But if it's one by itself, it might not be so lucky all the time. So again, she's 19 years old. Just imagine if they caught an older person. Hell, if they caught an older person, it might would have been worse. Who knows? Sexually assaulted a 19-year-old female after she exited the MTA bus in Baltimore. Pick Celebrity reports that on February the 6th, as the victim exited the bus and walked down 300 block on North Fulton Avenue at around 10 p.m., the four suspects had her at gunpoint and forced her into a yard. Not in the house, in the yard. Now, they got me right there when they said the yard, because what you're going to hear later, it kind of got me. It kind of showed they kind of stupid too. They forced her in the yard where three of them sexually assaulted her. According to the police, a fourth boy, 12 years old. Let me highlight that for y'all. Where is it? Let me highlight that for y'all. 12-year-old was allegedly present when the assault took place and now faces a slew of charges. Let me highlight that. A slew of charges. A slew of charges. And y'all gonna hear the charges later on too, what this little young boy got hit with. Neighbors who heard the assault reportedly interrupted the boys. So thank you. Somebody heard it and they tried to interrupt it. Which that's why I say they stupid. You put them in the yard and where people's living in the area and didn't think nobody's gonna hear. Because I'm pretty much sure there's a lot of commotion and screaming that was going on. You know, I mean, I don't understand that. You know, that was stupid. That was very stupid. Anyway, neighbors who heard the assault reportedly interrupted the boys, but the suspects fled before anyone could stop them. Baltimore City School police officers contacted the detectives with the sex offense unit to assist in the investigation. Surveillance cameras on the bus captured two of the boys' faces, which aired on a local television news report according to Western Mass News. School police officers recognized the boys, leading to their arrest. Police arrested Ramos at a residence off of the 800 block of North Monroe Street. Campbell was arrested off of the 2500 block of Harlem Avenue. And Royale was arrested off of the 800 block of Riggs Avenue. Authorities identified the other two suspects shortly after and arrested them as well. Ramos, Worrell, and Campbell are all 14 years old. Were charged with first and second degree rape. The 12-year-old, not pictured because of his age. Check this out. He was charged with first degree rape, third and fourth degree sex offenses, conspiracy robbery, perverted practice, conspiracy kidnapping, and handgun on a person. Are you fucking kidding me? Did y'all hear what this 12-year-old all got on him? A 12-year-old young man has got hit with first degree rape, third and fourth degree sex offenses, conspiracy robbery, perverted practice, conspiracy kidnapping, and a handgun on a person. But you idiots got the nerve to ask the fucking question, how can a grown-ass man can defend himself from these young-ass people? You ask this dumbass question. How is it? The girl at the mall was 11 years old. This young man was a year older than the girl. He had the gun, and he was with these other guys hoping to get his shit wet too. Again, you want to ask me that dumbass question again? You want to ask me that dumbass question again? How is a grown person defending themselves from these young children? "12 years old, this man got hit with all these damn charges. He done fucked his life up already." Where's the outrage? Where's that same outrage y'all had with David Bell? Where's that same outrage y'all had about the white man who called the girl Taco Bell a nigger? Where's the outrage at? Come on, y'all. A 12-year-old joining other young boys trying to rape a girl? Seriously? The black queens that a lot of you so-called yourself want to protect? There's no outrage and nobody got nothing to say? Or is it like it's always been said? When it's white versus blacks, then we want to cry outrage because it's a white person. Wow. Then they go on to say earlier this year, a similar incident occurred. Some boys, what it says right here, it occurred in Delaware where 4 boys allegedly dragged a little girl into a home in Bear and took turns sexually assaulting her. I don't know if it's something in the food or there's something in the water or whatever it is going on in society today when it comes to these young men and these young women. But again, totally out of control. Again, I got to talk about Yaz and Taz, but I said I'm going to do a live stream about them because I want to bring this story back up. Yaz and Taz killed their own mother. You got a 12 and a 14-year-old killed their own mother. You got 3 girls that with 2 boys just killed the man who was minding his own business in Nashville. He was with a popular group. They robbed and killed him. Now you got these 3 men right here along with a 12-year-old doing the same damn thing. People want to say it's how they being raised. And I agree with that. I can agree with that. But also, let's not negate the fact that you do have parents, and I'm going to keep saying this forever, you do have parents that's doing their damnedest best to raise these children and put them on the right path. But it seems like their best is not good enough. Because the kids are still out of control regardless of what. Let's go back to this story I just got you talking about. The guy in Nashville. Where you saw the mom and the stepdad in the video. The stepdad said, and it might not be his word verbatim, but pretty much he was saying, I can't hit him because if I hit him, then y'all gonna try to arrest me. You know, he act one way when he in the house, but when he get out there with his friends in the streets, he act a whole totally different person. What am I to do? And they both said they had reached out and called out for help. And said the system told them that there's nothing they can do about runaways. So you actually have parents who are crying out for help because there's nothing they can do and they can't get help. And I think that's fucked up more than anything. But like I said in that stream, I got a solution. Change them damn locks on their house. Make sure that motherfucker can't get in the house. And I hope that it's cold. And when that motherfucker try to get in, I tell him straight up, him or her straight up. So you want to act a fool. You want to be grown. You don't want how to follow rules. I tell you what, I don't reward kids for bad behavior. I don't reward them for bad behavior. But what I will do for bad behavior, teach you tough love. When you get your shit together, you get back in these doors. When you start listening, stop being fucking hard-headed, you get back in these doors. Because I didn't teach you to fuck with people. I didn't teach you to go rob people. Lord knows I didn't teach you to go out here raping girls or raping anybody, period. I didn't teach you this shit. So you wanna play Billy Badass and be grown on these streets? You go ahead, runaway child, running wild. You go right on ahead. When you ready for us to act right, you get in these doors, we gonna talk. But after we talk, you will know that you have been made an example out of, and I'm not fucking playing with you. And as a matter of fact, I might have to take a couple of them charges and put my foot in your ass. If that what it takes to get your ass to straighten up, that's what the fuck I would do. Cause you got me fucked up. That's what I would do. Now some people probably say, you know, it's the single mothers, the way they raise them. I can agree with that too, to an extent. Because I've seen single mothers myself. How they raise these children, men and young girls. And it's a motherfucker ridiculous. Because a lot of them have no filter. They have no filter with their mouth. They have no filter with their actions. They have no filter of who they bringing in and out their children's life. No filter whatsoever. And for some reason they refuse to understand that when these young children see this stuff or hear this stuff, they mimic it. You want to know how I know? Because I was a child once and I did it. My first cuss word was hell. You know where I learned that from? Because I was sitting up there watching TV. Nobody was monitoring me when I was watching TV. I was watching TV and I was watching a movie and the guy said, "What the hell?" And I never forget it. My grandma was alive. I was hungry. And did nobody get up and cook anything fast enough because I was hungry. I went and looked at the refrigerator and I don't know what made me say. I said, "What the hell?" And my grandma looked up when I said that. She did that right there. And I don't remember she tagged my... She did. That was a long time ago. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't say that word again. At least no time soon. But of course, another time, whenever I did let cuss word come out, it was because other people snitched. I didn't let her hear it. Other people snitched. And she had other methods. You either go get your ass whooped or you go get your mouth washed out with soap because you got a dirty mouth. Those was the days, man. I miss my grandma, man. She do that to anybody. You got some soap, she gonna wash your mouth out because you got a dirty mouth. And I think we need to bring them remedies back. And I think we do need to bring these remedies back. But in society today, there's a lot of restrictions for raising your children. They restricted discipline, punishment. I don't know if they do anything about that. You can't do nothing in public, so the kids acting the fool in public, you damn near gotta let them do it for what it seems. And this whole shit just fucked up, and it's stupid, and it's crazy. But then I had to give praise to some parents to be like, you know, I don't give a fuck what they say. You show out with me, I'm gonna show out right with you. And for those parents, I ain't got no choice but to praise them. Because you can't let these kids run you. You the parent, not them. You the parent, not them. And I'm just really sad about this 12-year-old. That fucked me out there. This 12-year-old boy got all them damn charges on him. This don't make no damn sense. 12 years old, got all them fucking charges on him. His life don't, it's pretty much seems like it's fucked up before he even got started. But again, where's the outrage? Where's the outrage? A 19-year-old woman, they was able to take her down. Again, imagine what they can do to somebody that's older if they running with their pack and they running with their gun. Just imagine what they could do to somebody older. Only way they can get taken down if the older person get to their gun before they do. That's the only way I can see it. But if they already met the older person with the gun, then hey, what can they do? Anyway, y'all, it's your man Chris Thorns. Thank y'all for listening. Tell me what y'all think about this. Again, you know, I'm glad I don't have any children because like I said, I've been to have a heart attack dealing with this shit right here. I've been to have a heart attack. Seriously. Anyway, thank y'all for listening. The link will be in the description box. Take a look. Tell me your thoughts. Catch y'all next time. Peace.